This is Tuesdays with Barry.
Good and decorated, quick for the fire. I let me love for the fall of the sunny. Come along, you move me, honey. I change my mind as love is fine. Good and decorated, quick for the fire. Kiss me, baby. Feels good. Hold me, baby. Yeah. Let me love you like a lover should. Honey, you're fine, so kind. I'm gonna tell this world that you're mine, 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 mine. I chew my nails and twiddle my thumb. I'm getting nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, it's driving Jerry crazy. Good nigga raging, quit balls of fire. You're fine, so kind. I'm gonna tell this world that you're mine, 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 mine. Keep my nails, I'm gonna fiddle my thumb. I'm getting nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, drive Geraldine crazy. Let this courageous just quick balls of fire. Oh!
Okay, who is Barry Peatling? Who is he? Everyone's talking about him. Who is he? Where were you born? Where were you born, Barry?
Born in Abbotsford.
Abbotsford, Victoria.
Royal Women's Hospital.
Royal Women's Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
What was your mum's name?
Dulcie.
Dulcie.
Very uncommon name.
Very uncommon. Now, where'd you spend your early years?
In Lithgow Street, Langley Street in... Nicholson Street, regular pub, Nicholson Street in Abbotsford. That's right.
Nicholson Street in Abbotsford.
And Street, yeah.
So you spent a lot of years in Richmond?
No, I spent about 6 years in there.
6 years, but in Richmond area? How long were you?
No, still Abbotsford.
Abbotsford, and then you went to Richmond?
No, Mum and I, she got divorced and was separated, and we went and lived in a flat in East Melbourne for 12 months. Went to St John's, East Melbourne. And then we went to Richmond when I was about 7.
So suburbs of Richmond. When did you leave Richmond and why?
When I left Richmond in 1992. Come down to Chelsea.
No, I don't think so.
Right?
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
I don't think so. Didn't you go to the country at some stage?
Oh, when I left Richmond Football Club.
Yeah, but you left Richmond to live. Where did you live? Where did you live in the early 60s?
Went up to Rapana in the Wimmer League.
Okay, so there we go. We just forgot a whole heap.
Yeah, just scrapped a little bit there.
Scrapped that little bit there. So just quickly, you went to Rapana to play football.
Years, yeah.
5 years, then what?
Went to Shepparton for 2 years.
Shepparton to play football?
Yep.
Professional footballer?
Professional.
Okay.
$600 a season.
$600 a season.
Pretty good money, Colin, those days.
And $600 a season, and then you went through. Then you went to Shepparton, and then where else from Shepparton?
Come back to Melbourne.
Didn't you play at Woodend?
Yeah, come back to Melbourne. Went and played. Used to travel up to Woodend every Saturday. Didn't train up there. Actually, Ian Hughes was Merv Hughes' father.
You used to play with him.
You
told me you also went to Pakenham for a while or something.
Yeah, I didn't live up there. I went and played up there for a season.
But you lived... When did you move to Chelsea? So you moved back to Richmond after your football days.
Yeah, back to Mary Street.
And then what happened? How come you moved out of Mary Street?
How come I moved out?
Yeah.
I lived in Rapana then.
Yeah. But how come you moved out of Richmond after you'd come back from the football stuff?
No, I stayed there. For another... when my mother died in 1970. I come back in 68. And I stayed for 3 years. Then my mother died, and then I played with Pakenham. And that was that's the last professional team I played with in 1969, I think it was.
Okay, so then you came back to Richmond, and then you had your daughter about in the early 70s.
71.
And then where did you go from there?
Stay there.
What happened between the 70s and 90s?
Well, I stayed in Mary Street, Richmond, 48 Mary Street, Richmond, for till 1992.
Okay, then you came...
Oh, I beg your pardon, hold on a second. I went to Darwin for 8 months. And I went to Sydney and lived in Windsor for 6 months, worked with my cousin on the rough basis. And I finally come back to Melbourne in 1979.
Okay.
So I've been in Mauritius since 1979.
After all your football career was basically ended
Moving
there.
around and
You involved with the dogs? With greyhounds?
yeah, I had 2 or 3 dogs, very slow ones. That was an experience. Had a
Who would you
lot of
say is your greatest influence in your life, apart from me?
My greatest influence in life was probably, I think myself.
Yourself?
I motivated myself, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't, even when I was a kid when I was following Richmond, although I did like Billy Wilson, who actually...
So you heard it here first. Barry Peatling's greatest motivator in his life is Barry Peatling.
That's right. That's that right. I didn't have to look up to anybody else. But I did. I idolised Billy Wilson when I was a kid playing for Richmond.
Billy Wilson. Ian Morgan.
Ian Morgan, I didn't look up to him, but he was a star.
Yeah.
Other than Panyip.
Okay.
Everyone knows Ian Morgan. Walk into Horsham, Warwick the Mill at school, mention Ian Morgan, I say, yeah, star.
So it seems like some people might say you've wasted your life.
Sort of.
But what would you say to them?
Well, half and half, I suppose. I enjoyed life, Colin.
You enjoyed life.
Love it, still enjoying life, yeah.
So there we go, a little bit about Barry.
Yeah. Well, children 1 and 6 would be lots of to pinch stuff. I had to give it all. Otherwise I'd bash them. But then Lenny Young, I might say for the video.
What? Tell us about, like...
You only go to school, you get your lunch money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go there and, don't know how they knew I was getting whatever I was getting. He said, we want your money, Peter. Give us we bash you.
Who's this?
These 2 cockheads.
Lenny.
Sammy Shearer and some... Oh no, they were 2 years older than me.
Was this prime? How old were you?
About 9.
So they were like grade 6 or something?
No. I was in 3rd grade.
Grade 5.
Yeah.
And
that was a big difference back in those times.
And so what, they just come to you with your money and...
Well, just have to say, give us your shill, whatever it was. I said, all right.
Where'd you get your money from?
My mum. Used to go to me before I went to school.
Where was this? What school?
St. Ocean.
In Richmond.
Yeah. And then my mate next door, Lenny Young, he found out about me, only last one, yeah. Then I had my first fight and I was about 9 and a half. And I sort of was Ronnie Ashcroft, fixed him up. That was sort of...
What do you mean you fixed him up?
I beat him in a fight.
A proper punch up?
Yeah.
Not just like a slaps?
No, we had little hands back in them days.
Yeah.
But then because I was playing football, that's when...
And so, did you tell your mum about this?
I don't know. Might have.
What'd she say?
I can't remember. I don't think I did tell her.
What was your mum like anyway?
My mum's a sweetheart. Everyone loves my mum. Everyone.
What's her name?
Very old-fashioned name, Colin. Dulcie. D-U-L-C-I-E. Is this recorded now, is it?
No.
Dulcie.
What's
Very
her
uncommon name. Everyone loved my mum. Tell you this.
And
the old saying
when
goes,
did she pass away?
1971.
How old was she?
53.
That's pretty young, isn't it?
There you go. But she had 3 goes.
What'd she die?
She had 3 goes of cancer. She got cancer in the...
1971, did you say?
Yeah.
So, you were sort of kicking around, you're about 30 years old, yeah, close to 30 years old. You were probably at the height of your football career, like you...
Well, funny you should say talk about that. I played with Wood End in 1970, and I was killing him. And Ian Hughes, who was Merv Hughes, ex-cricketer,
yeah,
his father was coach of our side, Wood End.
Captain coach?
Captain coach, big fat thing he was.
He would have been a bit older, wouldn't he?
Well, he was probably... Well, he probably only about 2 years old. But that year, and they said, Barry, you've got to put him for the coach the next year. But then my mum got crook, and I just forgot all about it. So I could have coached...
Oh, really? So you were 29, late 20s, your mum's getting sick, so
she was sick a couple of times, but she got the all clear about 2 years.
What'd she have?
Cancer. Got it in the nose and the eye and the last
Skin cancer or something?
No. She got a little big cut there, running around the foot. They stopped those 2, but then she got in the stomach and that was the end of it. But
But I couldn't, because I used to live with my mum, and I used to look up. My auntie used to come over every day and change her, and
So were you close to your mum?
very close, mum, very close. But I didn't see much of her, I think of that, because in the 60s, I left Richmond when I got the flick from Richmond, and went up to Rapania. There's 5 years up there, and instead of going back to Melbourne and see mum, I went straight from Rapania to Shepparton. So I sort of, but I went down a couple of times during the year, or once or twice a year. But I didn't live with my mum for 7 years. That was a big gap. Then I come back in 67, I actually only had about 4 years with her, apart from when I was a kid. Well, I was 16.
Was it sudden or just it was
No, she had horrible.
Do you remember the funeral day?
Couldn't forget it.
What happened?
Well, I was very composed, and everyone was a big crowd at Shani Isis Church, and I didn't sort of show any emotion. I thought I can't be showing emotion walking up the aisle in church. And anyway, I all come back to our place after the funeral, and I had a drink and everything. I don't think I broke down. I think it would have been. The night she died, I broke down in my house. And when she actually died, she was in my arms and she died, and I let it all out after that. But I didn't show any emotion at the funeral. I thought it was too tough to do that sort of crap, which I should have let it out.
Yeah.
And then I come back to our house, and I got a little bit of emotion the next couple of years. Took me 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
Did she have a house that she lived in? Or
Yeah. She left to me.
Oh,
So I got it. I wouldn't have got out of the house on my own.
in Richmond?
Mary Street, yeah.
Yeah.
48 Mary Street. I'll tell some stories. That little house, I'll tell you the walls in that house will tell lots of stories, I'll tell you. So, no, she was a
You don't really talk about your dad too much.
Well, I didn't know much about him, because I was only about 6 when he... Mum left, we left, we went over to live in East Melbourne, we're in Abbotsford. And I can only remember once or twice she was throwing some bottles of sauce at me mother, I think, and
So it didn't leave a good impression.
who's that?
What was his name?
Tommy. Thomas.
Thomas Peatling.
That's my second name, Thomas, yeah. But he used to follow me when I was playing, he found out how I was playing for Richmond, and he was a good fellow. He's very, very bombastic, very smart dresser, Colin. That's why I got something from him. He was but I seen him a couple of times anyway. He finished up dying in the hospital at Fairfield with a brain tumour, I think. Yeah, so he loved to drink.
So that's the history pretty much of you and your family, really. Apart from
Well,
a little
short
story, yeah.
But it was, Mum looked after me. I mean, she met this other cockhead, she married him.
What was his name?
30, Hubert
You
Love.
weren't impressed with him.
Well, he used to look, strange as it might seem, Colin, this fellow used to look after me, but he was a playboy. I caught him twice, one shagging and one of the, because he's a manager of a factory, I actually got me a job. I caught him one night, and I caught him when I was about 9. I come home to the picture one night. Mum had gone away for holidays with Auntie Mary. I come home from the pictures. I saw him walk up the passageway. And here it is, I saw there's 2 people there. I thought, what's going on here? Because he had this female, and I broke out and started crying. I went back in my bedroom, down the passage, and he came out and said, don't you tell anybody. And I never told my mother for about 20 years. So that didn't learn much, but he used to teach me how to play golf, and he always looked after me. But he was a bit of a prick to my mother, I'll tell you. Horrible. Did you say that?
How long have you known your dad?
Oh, good.
Come on, tell me.
I met him when I was 15.
Don't get angry, Barry.
15.
Don't get angry. I don't want to see any anger here.
17.
How long is it going to go for?
Just go for as long as it likes, as
17
short as
it
it
was.
likes.
My memories are 15, 16 when we met.
When you come
So
out.
hang on, so you, that's your memories, 15, 16. But, so you didn't know your dad as a child, or did you?
No.
That's
Like I'm
right.
talking
No.
a very young child, but I've seen photos with you two together.
No, but I
No,
wouldn't.
she
I don't
would
remember.
have forgotten that.
You could have been Uncle Harry
Could have
or...
been Jack Sprat.
No, I don't remember. I didn't remember. No.
2.5.
Okay.
No.
So you only sort of, that's a bit strange, you only sort of got to know him, what, did you say 15?
15.
You only sort of got to know him when you were 15.
When
and
she was 15.
When she was 15.
Yeah. And
Okay, well you're a bit older
I was
than
a little
that.
bit older.
Yeah, you're probably a bit old. You're probably a bit older than that.
So,
Just a fact,
kidding.
No,
So what? Tell me, Barry. What? Tell me your story. What's the deal there? Like you
Well,
sort of grow up with your daughter and all
why
that.
I left me, why I left the scene was probably, put it very bluntly, I suppose, it was a bit selfish, Colin.
Okay, well at least that's
And I
honest.
was, look, we've got to think back now, come on, we've got to think of this, Danielle. My mother only died in 71.
Yeah.
Danielle was born in 1970, and I was going through a very sort of, when my mother died...
A bit of a sort of a woe is me type phase.
Well, I was drinking a lot of booze, and then when I started working for Dixon, I used to go and park my truck over there, and
What's Dixon?
Dixon Accordions, which we live in Richmond, but I used to go over there a couple of times a week when she was about 12 months old, friends.
Yeah.
But then things, well, I was sort of drinking a bit too much, I suppose, back in the days.
So you're an alcoholic. You an
I was
alcoholic?
drinking a lot, yeah. But
Are you an alcoholic?
Now
Stand
he's to be a Pete. No, I'm only joking.
up. Stand up, Barry. Say, my name is
At least I
Barry
haven't lost my
Peatling.
license.
Did you lose your licence, Barry?
I don't know how she hasn't... I lost my license. No, I didn't lose my license until 1979, but... no, it wasn't... well, I was just going for a pretty traumatic time, Colin. I was... I'd seen my mother, poor darling mother, die in my hands.
Yeah.
From 10 stone to 6 stone.
Yeah. So, but that's... So you just left your wife, or you weren't married, but it was the mother of your child. You just got up and said, see you later.
No, I didn't sort of, wasn't, I just sort of gradually didn't go back over there.
Come on, tell the truth. I think we need an
Should have married there.
What have you been told, Danielle?
Yeah, what did you tell you? She would have got the right go home, let her tell you.
Oh, just that he was a bugger and he was no good, I suppose. And
No foul ways, no foul ways.
No.
Bugger.
Yeah, that's
Bugger.
fine.
Yeah, that's, I don't know, like, you know, he was no good and all that kind
So
of
you got
stuff.
that, he
Well,
was
that's
just...
no good then, that's right. You've got to admit it, you've got to admit you're false.
So what was it like growing up without a dad?
Well, I had a stepdad.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Was he alright?
He was alright,
Okay.
yeah. But I wasn't, you know, obviously because he wasn't my dad. I wasn't
When did he
safe.
come along?
Mum got married when I was 4.
So she didn't muck around, she got married a year after she's left me.
I say, how long were you in the scene, Barry? How long were you...
69 I met.
Yeah, but how old was Danielle when you left?
2.5.
2.5, I say. So another year and a half later.
Then she got, I reckon, she must have been having a bit of a quiet thing on the side with this fella, Colin. He used to give us
Well, do you blame her? Being around with a rat bag like you?
Hang on, Colin. I wasn't off the scene very long, and all of a sudden she's married.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Well,
You know, like, it's, you know, obviously you had your
She was
drink,
saying-
you were heavily drinking.
what I'm saying, Colin, she must have been thin this fella on the side what I was stood around too.
Yeah, okay, but you were heavily drinking, you were off and around.
About him that he was off with all these different, I remember, yeah, he was off with all these different women.
But she
and,
didn't know proof.
Huh?
She didn't know proof about that, did she? But I've got proof because she must have been seeing this big tall fella. I didn't like him very much either. I used to play cards with him with Mari's brother next door.
Right, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And he was probably sniffing it because I always said, oh, this Peatling's a big one.
Okay, so you were a rat bag, right,
I'm not a rat bag,
you were no good, and you admit that now. You've sort of stood up and said, hi, my name's Barry, I'm a rat bag, right?
So, yeah.
And so you left your family, your new little family, pursuing your own little dreams, things like that, pursuing your own football dreams, no doubt. Probably that's...
No, I wasn't, actually I could have coached it. When my mother died, I could have coached this side, but mother got very sick, that's why I couldn't coach, and then I was just drinking for about 4 years.
Okay, so then let's just talk about now the reunion. So more than 10 years have gone by, maybe even close to 15 years or 12
14
years.
and a half years.
14 and a half years. What's the situation that led up to...
I don't know I'll tell her, because she was down visiting my Auntie Murray, telling her that, because...
So when did
it was Auntie Murray that told me who my real father... She said there was a photo of you and...
Was it kept secret for a while?
Well, I found out from my cousin that my stepfather was my real father. So that's how it started. But
how old was it then?
15, 14, 15.
It took that long to find it was...
That's what I told you, yeah. 14, 15. So I remember when she told, because she's the same age as me, so obviously, the family used to talk and, Danny's dad and rah. So she told me, and then I think I must have gone to see, I just went off myself, took myself on the train and went to Richmond and saw...
Dad? Auntie Murray.
Auntie Murray. Your Auntie Murray.
So you went down there around the court to see Auntie Murray?
Yeah, and I think that's the day that you come down there. So I spoke to her, because I thought, because I was told, so I thought I need to know what it looked like, and so then...
Okay, so you were curious about this.
And then that's how we ended up meeting that day in the nursing home.
You didn't tell me you were in a nursing home, Barry?
I was there for about 10 years. I was starting out in Beckerham. She goes, 10 years what it was in my Auntie Murray. But that day that she's talking about, she went down to visit Auntie Murray, and Auntie Murray said, there's a photo, who's that up there? And
she showed me a photo of it that evening.
And the rest of but what she done, she told Danny my phone number. And because she rings me up that day, and I get to answer the phone, I don't know what she said. She said, this is Danielle, and I was terrified. I said, look, I'll come straight down. Because I went down to the nursing home, there's Danielle sitting there with Auntie Murray, and of course I just went and give her a big hug and that, and Danielle started crying, but I didn't show any much, which I should have. It's still okay. So then... That's the first time we met 14 and a half years.
Okay, so that's... And how... You were about, what, 16?
I thought I was 15.
No, you're more than that.
15, because I think I started hairdressing, like I'm just casually, I was working hairdressing,
When you 14?
15 I started, I was 16.
Oh,
yeah.
And you still a hairdresser, so there you go.
Yeah, I was hairdressing, I remember.
What was the impression, you go, this is Dad, what's the, what was the impression, like when you first met this Dad?
Well, no, when I was told that my stepfather wasn't my real father, I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
I knew that I didn't come from him, you know what I mean?
The fact he was Chinese didn't sort of...
But no, it was awkward, it was weird, But,
well, that's when it sort of read me, good to see your father, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was. I can remember, it was,
It wasn't a no hope, of course. I mean, some people tell you no hope.
What were you doing at that? So we're talking about a few years ago, maybe mid 80s, 86, 86. Was that?
86.
86.
Yeah.
So what were you doing at that stage, Barry?
What I was doing? I don't know what I was doing. I think I might have been driving for a living. Not sure. I was driving for Dixon, I think.
Oh, that's right, Dixon, yeah.
Dixon's College.
But okay, so fair enough. And so what's happened since then, or did you have much contact after that first sighting, or was it that sort of, here's Dad, see you later?
I think I saw him a couple of times, and then I didn't for quite a few years.
Yeah, that's right. Your mother got
I was in a relationship, I remember, and...
Yeah, but your mother got in your ear, so just keep away from him. Didn't you tell her?
Kind of,
That's right.
Bad news, Barry?
Kind of,
That's right, she did tell me.
Well, I can understand that.
No, not until I can remember, I think I was probably 25.
No, when you come down to the nursing home to Auntie Murray, when you were 21. And you're with your mother.
21?
Yeah, and I said that, because I sent you a card, no $50 and thing, you must remember that, do you? $50 note in the little... some roses.
I didn't know it was 20, anyway.
21, anyway, I said, and he said a little cheeky remark that day. I said, did you have a nice party? He said, oh yeah. I said, next time you be invite more people, get more presents.
Yeah. Was that in the nursing home?
That's the last time I said. And then the next time I seen you was down at Chelsea. You went with her?
Yeah.
Okay, now,
So that was
and you've had a few
years
kids,
later.
you had a few kids since, or two? At least two, I've seen two of them. And that's nice. You got the, and do they have much to do with the grandfather, Barry?
My kids?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, they do. Yeah.
Spend a bit of time with
Yeah.
him. You teach him a few football-related type things.
Well,
You weren't bad. You weren't a bad footballer on your day, Barry.
I'll put it very mildly, I was a very good footballer.
Well, so you say. What evidence do you have to
Papers say
prove
that
that? Well, we've got papers.
Take a look at my videos on the YouTube, they'll find out.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, there we go. This is a little bit of instalment.
Well,
What do
I
you?
can't say I'm a good footballer.
What do you? No, you haven't passed that on. What do you think of Dad now? Like, even though that there's been some errors of judgment, that you sort of hold many grudges against him.
Oh, no, not at all. No.
Probably wanted to, she probably wanted to.
No, well, Mum got married anyway, so you know what I mean? It was, when you're a child, it's out of your hands, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't have any, until you're an adult and you can do something about it yourself.
Yep.
Like I suppose same with my kids. The same thing.
Yeah.
You had a
Until
feeling.
you're an adult and you can, like, take something upon yourself.
Well, you
Like
did all
I said, mate, I rang you and that was it. And I think, I was just great at that time.
Okay. Well, Barry, any regrets about your behaviour around the years, early 70s?
Oh, I say the fitness is, you're probably right, there's not a lot of regrets, but I think life goes on. Life goes on, and I mean, I've paid this, should mention this, she wasn't left on the show like a shag and rock. I paid her until she was 16.
Okay.
And that darling little mother of hers, I found out after about 13 years, she got married, she was getting all the other stuff, and I didn't have to pay for it, and she was just putting it in her pocket.
Well, there you have it.
But
That's other people though. But you know, like sometimes you admit you make.
what I'm
mistakes.
saying, I didn't leave her like a shag and rock. I looked after her with a maintenance.
Well, okay.
I thought that was a
Well, thanks, Barry. Thanks, Daniel. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello. What's your name?
Aiden,
How old are you?
7,
7. What's your birthday?
May the 21st,
Oh, okay. So you're coming up to 8, or
8,
you're 8 soon? Very good. And who's Barry to you? Who is he? Is he your uncle?
Grandpa,
He's your grandpa, right? Okay. So he's your mum's dad. Oh, that's nice. And is this you and mum, or is it anyone else?
Declan,
Declan. How old's he?
2,
So he's just a little baby, isn't he, really? And you're sort of teaching him everything you know? What do you think of Grandpa?
pretty good,
He's alright, not too bad though. Did he ever give you any presents?
yeah,
Yeah? Not too bad.
I get that too.
Is he in your top 3 grandpas? He said like number 1 or number 2 or number 3 grandpa?
yeah,
Probably number 3. You don't want to overdo it. How many grandpas you got?
1,
Just one, so he's in your top 3. Oh, that's
one, mate.
interesting.
The only one.
You're the only one? Is there no other? They're gone?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know, you have never met them.
No, we don't. Probably
Do you play football?
yeah,
Do you like football?
yeah, why? Actually, I haven't played it.
Who do you go for?
Collingwood, eh?
Collingwood,
Richmond.
Richmond,
Richmond.
Richmond,
Oh, okay, well, don't get confused. Maybe one day Dad can show you a few things. Now, Granddad told me. Granddad could tell you. Grandpa.
Yep.
That's the grandson.
The number one grandson. laughing at? You're in it.
It's going to be like the Benny Hill show.
What do you show?
More like the Benny Hill show. But it's not. Yeah, just repeat that. That was the date of the big accident. May the
11th, 1963, which was a Saturday night. We were coming home from Dinville. We played Dinville. I was driving the car. This was a black bag mate of mine who took off a couple of days later. He was in the car with me, and I was getting retired to come to Matala, which is 10 miles from Rapanda. I said, take over Dynamite Don. Was his name? Donny, what was his name? Donny, Don?
you're driving.
Don, what's his second name? I'm
Dynamite-
still trying to find him.
Okay, let's just get this straight. So you're driving Saturday night. Dynamite Don was there.
Yes,
Who
yes.
else was in the car?
Just went him.
Just you and Dynamite.
Coming out from Dinville, we won that day.
Yep.
And I was supposed to meet a lady down one of the Dalraines from Rapanda.
Yep.
I love a bit of a starting to get tired, so we take over. But just before Matala, which is about 12 miles away. Anyway, next thing I wake up 2 days later in Rapanda Hospital.
So you don't remember the
No,
impact?
I was asleep. See?
Oh, you're sleeping. Dynamite Don was driving.
Yeah, I was
You were
a vibe,
sleeping.
yeah.
Boom. You're waking up 2 days later in hospital to what?
Well, didn't know where I was.
And what? But what were the facts? What was actually
Well, I was
happening?
laying there, no one knew what was wrong because all I had was a big, must have been a big hole in my head.
Well, people knew it was wrong. You had a car accident.
Well, they were in hospital, but I was very fortunate, Con, because following us about half an hour later, apparently, was Dr. Fogarty's wife.
Yeah.
And she stopped, and I was lying across the middle of the road. And she stopped the car, and must have asked John
So what actually happened? I know you didn't know what happened, but what happened?
Well, he apparently hit the side of the road and rolled the car. The car was a
You're in
rider.
hospital. You're lying in hospital, and
But getting back to what I was saying about Fogarty, if anyone else would have pulled up, they probably would have tried to lift me up. And she could see what was wrong. She left me there and went back and got Fogarty.
okay. So you had severe head injuries.
Fractured skull and fractured
Fractured
neck.
skull, and how did that affect you?
No abrasion. Well, it wasn't too fast. I was in hospital for 3 months.
3 months recuperating.
6 weeks in traction.
And how did that affect the football career? I know some of the headlines say that your season. Did you miss that season?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I missed. I come out of hospital. I was still with Pastor, and I went down to Melbourne, saved me a month back to Richmond, and I come back for the grand final. But I was just wearing a plastic collar down, so I went for all over plaster to around here like a police plaster and a little plastic collar.
And show us the photos.
Yeah,
Hold it up to the camera. That's it. What was that? What's that one?
now I'll show you this when I was lying in 6 weeks, and I was stuck with a 20-pound weight at the back of that bed there.
What's that thing on your head?
It's clamps stuck on my head, drill them in.
The clamp on your head.
That's the clamper. Which that went out of date about 2 years after I had it. I was the first one done in like that. That's why I got this photo. They took
Okay.
it in hospital. That's in there forever, hospital down in St John of God.
And what's the other photo?
This is when I come out of that, which is, I don't know how it survived. 6 weeks of plaster all over me, all around
Is
there.
that keeping your head still?
Pardon?
Is that keeping your head still?
Yeah,
that thing.
That thing, and that's... when I come out of that, they wheeled me down, I was sort of going dizzy, and they stood me up and they're putting this plaster all over me and taking it off. I said, how much more are you going to put in it? It's just all dripping all over me. It wasn't a very good feeling, Colin.
All this plaster.
So yeah, people, I'll show them again, they're pretty good.
So that's the one with the clamp on the head?
And that's the one with the plaster, which is another 6 weeks.
And so what do the doctors say about your football career, the future
I said it was finished.
They said, what? And they said you never get back, that sort of thing. So that was in 63. What month was it again that happened?
May 11.
What exactly happened?
Got thrown over a car. Well, we've got off for this, we'll repeat it for you. I got thrown over a car, landed and hit, and got a fractured neck and a fractured skull.
Oh.
And I was in hospital for 3 months.
Okay, so you're in hospital 3 months. So that was in May. That's like the beginning of that's right at the beginning of the football season, really, isn't it?
5 games have been played. And I was picked first rate for the Women's League before that.
Okay, so you're top of your game. How old were you?
22.
So 22, top of your
Just turned
game.
22.
You're a young fella. So when did you make a comeback? Did you defy the doctors?
I certainly did, Colin. It happened in May 11. I was playing cricket in November, which was unbelievable.
Yep.
In November I was playing cricket.
And then when did you get back in your football?
Next year.
64?
Was playing after to come back
Did
again.
you do any good at 64?
Ordinary season, I thought. My standard. I mean, I set myself pretty high
Were you
standard.
unfit or?
No, I had a few problems with my neck. I was training one night and I went in the room and started exercising and I felt these things going on inside of me. So I went up to my doctor and he said, we'll take the sender down to Mr. Jens down in Ballarat.
Yeah.
He said, Barry, where you fractured your neck, it's twice as strong as what the other part of your neck is. So that made me feel happy. So I was alright then.
Do you still feel the effects of it today?
Ah, well, I've sort of got used to the last 35, 40 years, but 30 years, but I still go and get massage to get loosened up because it tightens up, but
That's all very interesting.
so you've got to put up with a bit of pain in this world.
Never cared about me, now I've seen the light. Oh darling, there ain't no pleasing you. You seem to think that everything I ever did was wrong. I should have known it all along. Oh darling, there ain't no pleasing you. What you wanna do, I'm telling you, 'cause I ain't gonna be made to look a fool no more. You've done it once too often, what do you take me for? Oh darling, there ain't no pleasing you. And you seem to think that everything I ever did was wrong. I should have known it all along, that darling, there ain't no pleasing you. You only had to say the words, you knew I'd do it. You had me where you wanted me, but you went and blew. and I'm telling you that nothing. Oh, darling, oh, baby, that's what I'm gonna do. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. Beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. My heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet, I know we'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. No more sailing. So long sailing, bye-bye sailing. Move on, Captain.
Okay, so we're all fired up. Barry's here doing a bit of his work. Massage. How long have you been doing your massage for, Barry?
Oh, for about 20 years, Colin.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Might be longer, might be.
Where'd you...
I learned down in Richmond, I made my way down to Richmond Football Club as a head trainer. He gave me a few tips and he gave me sent me on a few couple of courses, a long time ago, Colin. He was the best up the side.
So you, what, like 30 years ago or more? 40 years?
Yeah.
That sort of
He
thing,
was
right?
Ronnie Ward. People might know out there for
Ronnie Ward, was he...
one of the head trainers of Richmond Football Club.
Oh, really?
Big guy.
Oh, those old football
Yes,
massage
they are the
people.
men, Colin. They knew where the muscles are, where they are. No matter reading these books, you know where the muscles are and they feel them. He was one of the... He used to live about 10 doors down from me, Colin, in Marysh at Richmond. And his son, who is one of the leading photographers for the Sun now, is still Peter Ward.
Oh.
Yep, very good photographer.
So what was his name again?
Peter Ward?
No, the
Ronnie was his father.
Ronnie Ward, and he was a masseur down at the club.
Well, one of the head trainers was...
Head trainers.
Actually, was a fellow that just lived down in Chelsea too, P.T. Cleaver. Good friend of mine. He was one of the head trainers. Him and Ronnie Ward were two of the head trainers of Richmond from the 60s.
So when you say what were the head trainers? What do they do?
Head trainers is the number one trainer for footy club.
So what's their role exactly?
Well, get everybody loosened up and check them all out. If they've got anything wrong with hamstrings, necks or feet, or they're the man to go in the little medical room and get in there and get, they need a doctor, they call a doctor, but they were the most chief advisors of the footballers.
Okay. It's all changed now though, isn't it? Like,
oh, not really. The head trainers, they got the final say, but the doctors will give them sort of their diagnosis, I think,
yeah.
But the head trainers got the final say. In most of people.
So you've been doing this for a few years, like professionally.
Yeah.
It's what you do as a job now.
Sort of a job, hobby, yeah. But
well,
I do like massage.
You got business cards and the like.
Well, you got me to get those business cards printed a few years ago, and very good cards too.
So what's your sort of method? What's your thinking when it comes?
Well, you've got to go by the feel, because Colin, as I said once before to you, everybody's bodies are different. And some bodies react different to different pressures. What you do when you've got a muscle here, they might react different up, down there, or down the calf muscle. You got to go by the feel. That's the way to do it. That's the way I do it the last 20 years. I've had no complaints, so that's what happens. And to say everybody is different, the way they react to different pressures and massages and. See, some people can't stand getting massage around the top of your kneecap. It's very touching. As you know,
like me.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't. It's a very funny feeling. I don't know why. Just around there, and sometimes.
A little bit of a sore knee there.
Yeah, it feels a bit tight too.
Anyway, so it's something you've been doing for a few years. Do you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, I love it, Connie. I do. I mean, some of the masseurs I've been going the last 30 years. They just down there, just as soon as you walk in the door, they time you to take your clothes off. I'm trying to get your clothes off in 5 minutes, and you're out in about 50 minutes. And can't do a proper massage in 50 minutes. 50 minutes because it's they just treat you a number. Everybody's eye massage is all different. You've got to treat them different. You give it a full probably hour and 20 minutes. And average I give massage.
Oh yeah, very good. I've had no complaints so far, which is don't say that in the future being any, but full professional service.
Nice music.
Nice music.
Ladies' music. I have different music for people. Ladies like a bit of the Birds and the.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yeah, I got that for the.
I've always get the rock and roll.
You're a rock and roll man, see?
Yeah. So okay, so you adapt it to the person.
Oh, I've got some very good.
And you got a few clients.
Well, the last probably 12 months, 18 months or so, picked up. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And,
good as a matter of fact, yeah.
Oh, that's good. So
not so much the advertising. We do it in Chelsea market, but the main advertising in this business, Colin, is word of mouth. People passing on say, right, he's alright, go back again. Not a deviant. Few deviant masseurs around, Colin.
But you're not a deviant. Is that on your card? I am not a deviant.
But I've been told by a few of my clients the last couple of years, Colin, they've been there and they've been massaged and all of a sudden, hand goes up the groin,
alright.
off the table, see you later.
Not with me. I can assure the viewers it hasn't happened to me.
Well, so it happens to these fellas, these deviants, Colin. So I've been told. They soon get the short tube. But how stupid are they? I mean, have they got any brains or not?
So what sort of massage would you say that you are?
Well, it's mainly relaxation massage, but if somebody's got anything wrong with them, I'll attempt them. Most times I'll fix it up. If it's,
So you target areas, deep tissue. Do you do the soft massage?
People just want a couple of clients I told you a few before Christmas, those South African ladies, they just want a relaxing massage, which I do. I can do that quite easy. It's very
But the sports massage, which is a bit more deep tissue.
Well, like you got to get stuck right in your calves because they're very tight and
like
got to get right in and Bit of pains, but still
That's
no
right.
pain, no gain.
Exactly it. That's exactly it.
All right.
Just a little bit of an insight onto what Barry does, and we'll look forward to the others.
Well, in Chelsea, man, so if you ever see this video, or have a look at this little river, tune in.
18 yellow roses came today. 18 yellow roses in a pretty bouquet. When the boy came to the door, I didn't know what to say, but 18 yellow roses came today. I opened up the card to see what it said. I couldn't believe my eyes when I had read. Though you belong to another, I love you and...
Yeah. Well, what was her name? This girl that you went out with yesterday?
Marge or Margo, one of them. I think it might have been Marge.
Marge. So you got real close with her, not even knowing her name.
No. Oh, I treat her. I give her a nice cheaper strawberry cheesecake. Cole's beautiful. She said, oh, that's very nice, Darren. She did.
So you gave her a bit of strawberry cheesecake.
Oh, this is after about 10 cups of tea. I like a good cup of tea at Casey too, but no, she wasn't.
So she was able to talk. Now Jan has cast some doubt over your conversation ability.
I'm all right in conversation with someone that's got some go in them, or, you know. It's,
I'm not saying it's correct or not, but what I'm saying is that there's been some doubt cast over your company,
capability
your
of
capability of having being good company. Are you good company?
I've had no complaints the last 37 and a half years.
Is that because people are too scared to complain?
No. No, I don't intimidate too many people, Colin. As you know, I just, although someone gets too smart for their own boots, I soon let them know what's going on.
Well, how would you...
Put them back in their spot, like my mother said, put him back in his spot.
What would you... So, like, this Margo,
Margo. Or Margie.
what was the deal there? She talked too much.
I've never heard a person talk so much without even taking a breath.
Just tell us some of the things she's talking about.
Well, I should have wrote them all down because it's all about... She comes from England, of course. Does she come from England?
Well, she
Ireland. She was born on, but she married a Pom and... this hay fever. Well, he's telling about the husband, what he does and what he didn't do, and... Oh, no, it's just... I didn't turn into a smart ass and sort of say, you know, shut up.
Did you feel like saying shut up?
Well, I was a little bit more courteous. What do you think I'm calling? No, I didn't. I said, oh, we'll get... I went into the kitchen and I said, well, have a look at the videos. And if you start talking about a video I was watching, about one of my videos, so oh, that reminds me of someone back in Ireland. I said, oh, yeah, now we kept moving on. Anyway, because you want to go down the beach. It's 45 degrees. In the car, I mean, how can you be sitting down the beach listening to radio all the time? You go crazy. So I didn't go. I said, we'll stay here and I'll make you a cup of tea. She was quite right with a cup of tea. She loves a cup of tea.
I thought you had a little bit of a policy on the cup of tea types.
Well, if the conversation goes both ways, Con, yeah, it does. But I'll make it very good. She said to me, Barry, he said, that's the best cup of tea I've had for years. Except it wasn't the tea bag, it was a loose tea. A certain amount of tea you put in a little...
Oh, so this is what we call in the...
professional cup of tea.
A professional cup of tea.
Yeah, and this little teapot I give my mother about 50 years ago. You haven't seen it. It's a gold thing, but I give it a polish every now and then. But a certain amount of tea, you got this little tea, like a measure?
Yeah.
It's 60 years old too. Took me and she said, oh, I said, because it wasn't very, I made a good cup of tea. It's a really good cup of tea.
So we put you down as a cup of tea type of guy with the ladies.
Yeah, I have no complaints about the way I make a cup of tea. And I always have a couple of cups.
So the message is there out to the ladies that if you want a good cup of tea,
I'm the
Steve
man.
Barry.
I'm the man,
Yes,
yeah.
he likes sitting around with a cup of teas and talking.
I better put that on my profile, didn't I?
Cup of teas and talking. That's your
Yeah,
go.
well, yeah, no
How
talk.
about, like just a little while ago, you said that that's what you went into. Are you a contradiction?
Who said that?
Well, you said
What?
you're not just into with the ladies with cup of teas and sitting around talking.
Well, it's time, place, really. Beg your pardon, yeah, time,
you
place.
said that.
Did I?
Yeah.
You got the quote with all the
That's
camera?
on that's recorded on video.
So it's on tape, is it?
It's on tape.
Well, that means
So is there a contradiction?
I might have to sort of eradicate that little bit there. And,
I thought you didn't like sitting around just having a cup of teas and you wanted a bit more action.
yeah, well, it's the same time and place. You can't sort of say, listen, come into the old place, have a cup of tea, get to bed. I mean, you just got to have a little bit of
What's the procedure then?
Well,
What's your little timeline? Just
Well,
to give us a little...
well, I was going to take her in and pub for a drink. Have a meal. So I told her on the phone, look, come over, I'll cook you a meal, we'll go to have a meal. So, no, just... Well, she didn't have much going on, but she had a cook, she could hardly walk.
So you wanted to have something to eat?
Yeah.
And go down to the RSL or something for a drink?
Yeah. That was the intention.
What was in your head? What was the plan? in
Well,
your
the night
head?
before, I said, come over here with a go for a meal, or I'll cook you a meal. And she said, oh, she said something, I don't think I worry about eating.
Yeah, but forget about what she was thinking. What was in your head? What your
Go
plan?
out.
What your plan?
I didn't intend to stay up now.
So you're going to go have something to eat at home,
Yeah.
and then what?
Well, it happens. Happens.
But did you have any...
You got to get a little bit of sort of intimacy or whatever. Not the first night, but she wasn't very.
So you're hoping for maybe before she turned up, like a kiss on the cheek, that sort
Well, a
of
bit
thing?
more than that, yeah.
Well, what do you mean a bit more than that?
Well, I don't know. All depends. When you get two lips together, some things happen. You know what I mean?
Sort of thing. Elaborate.
Well, sort of everything gets a bit hot and sort of whatever, and then you might have to move into the bedroom. But that doesn't happen. But oh no,
Not with this Margot one, though.
she'd be too dangerous in bed because she got a very bad hip and she up the roll over the wrong way. She could be in hospital.
So you're afraid you might put something out.
I did. She came and sat on my bed and I was. Oh, she wouldn't have a massage. She couldn't have a massage too.
Why?
I offered for massage. So I might stuff his hip out. So I won't be touching his hip. Which is not the fact. So I pleased her.
That's all part of the package deal, really, isn't it?
Well,
It's,
massage.
if
Look,
the
most
lady-
people like a good massage, Carl. Especially
But
female.
if a lady comes around your house, you give her the package deal of...
Go for a meal.
Because you always talk about pampering.
That's on my profile. Head to toe. From head to
So you
toe.
actually mean... What do you mean from that pampering?
Well, we don't have, there's none of the touching in this, but your private parts. But no, but when you have a massage, you're
Like true professional.
professional. Yeah.
Approach.
If two people get a bit excited, well, who knows what happens then? You might have to move into the bedroom. Who knows? But that's all mutual. There's no this, sit in here, come into my bedroom and get your gear off. No.
You sort of let it happen.
Tap. Yeah.
Let it happen. Let the good times roll.
Yeah, sometimes the passion stuff can lead on to...
If you were to give any advice, like you've been around for a while,
I think about setting up my own sexual, what's the word, not sexual advice, sexual, what is it, to sort of teach people how to, if they're a bit, sort of, what's the word, a bit shy, a bit bashful.
Right, so you
Give them,
what
yeah.
sort of...
Teach them how to enjoy sex.
Okay. There's any sort of advice?
Actually, I've been thinking seriously the last few years of doing that. Because
What do you
some
mean?
people got no idea.
Writing something down, or just doing a video thing?
Video, I reckon, probably just as good because, well, I have been around the traps a bit, and I do know how women sort of like to, things that get them going. And see, some fellas don't know how, there's a lot of touching goes on with you, especially when the two people are sort of mutually sexually attracted.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are just wham bang, and away they go. That's why a lot of females can reflect because it's they don't get much enjoyment, Carl. They're got to have 4-play or 5-play or 6-play, but I call it our 10-play because there's a few things you can do without 4-play.
Right.
So I might do that one day. Very sexual, sex education.
And will this be sort of like you describing things, or giving us a
Well,
visual
I could probably,
demonstration?
I could probably, well, not the porno stuff, you don't mind. Not like Nicky Rewalt.
No.
No. Well, you can sort of explain the feelings and touching and have a picture of a woman's body, whatever. Paint point there or there and there, and without being sexually porno.
Without exciting the audience too much, but more of an instructional video.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
so
what
how
you're
to teach them. Some other fellas, I don't know the first thing about getting a woman aroused. I tell you, they just think that get a few drinks in them, down the right place, wacko in, you know, wham bam, away you go and see you later. The woman's laying there with 8,000 gallons of love juice still sitting inside her.
And so what would the title of the instructional video be?
Well, it's probably called Barry's Sexual... Well, let's say that it's a crude, not sexual advice, isn't it? Barry's educational... Something sexual, or something advice, or intimacy advice or something. I think of
You have to sort of come up with a...
Think of something, yeah.
What makes you what makes you such an expert on this in this field?
I'll tell you why. I'll give you a little insight. But I've taught myself everything about what happens between a man and a woman. When I was about 14 or 15, I didn't have to read any books. I just feel around. I felt around. I still feel. You can never learn too much about a woman, Colin. This is going there because every woman is different.
So you reckon by the time you were 15, you knew everything?
No, not 15. About
women?
no, not everything. I said I taught myself. My first intimacy, I won't tell when I was on my first intimacy. Not sex. Sex is a boring word. It's all intimacy, yeah. I was about 15. I just kept. You learn by feeling around them. So it's pretty good. Still learning, I tell you. So there wouldn't be too much that. A lot of normal fellas, they sort of fiddle around, trying to figure out before they start penetrating or whatever. But some women react different to that. Because everyone's different in this time.
Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrub that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak.
Don't talk.
Just finish cleaning up your room. Let's see that dust fly with that broom. Get all that garbage out of sight. Or you don't go to Friday night. Yakety yak.
Don't talk.
You just put on your coat and hat and walk yourself around.
This with
Wendy,
Wendy.
get the words out, Colin, if you're going to do this documentary properly.
Well, it's a documentary, and we're documenting Barry and his just Barry. The life of Barry. You've heard of Barry Mackenzie. This is Barry Peatling.
Basil Mackenzie, yeah.
I've noticed something about Barry.
Yeah.
He's had a new lease of life and he looks like he's a new person for some reason.
Well, I lead
What do you think that is?
leading a pretty clean lifestyle at the moment. Yeah, no drinking, well, I haven't smoked for
Fantastic.
400 years,
Yeah?
but I eat very well and I do like enjoy my
You
food.
look after yourself, yeah.
Yeah. And I do like to look after my
do.
women.
So-
Women.
Did you have a good...
Women, okay.
Women, yeah. Well, you've got to,
You got a few ladies. I mean,
you've got to check them out.
you got to speculate. What's that speculate?
Speculate to accumulate, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think if she stops smoking, she could be right. She's got a very good heart. She looks after the young kids and the
So is she a bit plump, this Wendy?
No, she's only a beautiful little cheeky bum and nice legs and nice boobs. Her. 60-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, which one was the fat one then? He was going to rub a fat out of her.
Oh, that was a big no. She's a big girl.
Has she been married, Wendy?
She's been married twice.
Oh. Has she got children?
She's got 4 kids.
Oh,
But she had a very bad accident a few years ago. She had something like my broken neck. She was on a whole frame, steel frame for 6 months.
wow.
She's got this big scar on the back here, which I had to be very careful last night. Because
Yeah.
she's a warrior and she'll...
And so did you get along? Did you click?
Well, I got along pretty well on the phone for a couple of nights. You know, it does help. You can... This business of going out and coffee and shaking hands with everybody again. All these females just want to have their cup of tea and sort of put on the chair, get the computer, there going, the phones are going, and
You're sort of more of an action man.
well, yeah, action man. That's probably pretty politely, yeah. I mean,
Did you know that you could end up with a heart attack with what you're doing? I mean,
Is that-
Errol Flynn
Oh,
was
yeah.
a woman's man, and you know, it caught up with him eventually.
oh, he lived about 78 or something, didn't he?
Well,
bad.
still.
No, I just take every day that comes in. Nothing is landing too far.
So you had a nice night last night.
Yeah, she doesn't drink either, which is I had a couple of glasses of wine. Yeah, she never had a massage before.
Is she tall?
No, she's just nice. She got a nice car. But she's got a bit of a problem with these kids. One of them just took off last night and abused the shit out of her yesterday afternoon down the street.
Oh.
You have to see
Caught up with them yet?
You have to see word in front of everybody, which is no good.
It's a no-no.
Told you wrong.
They do. They do. That's why they're on the weak kids have got problems.
He's in a family of 16.
Yeah, they've got
Comes
problems.
from New Zealand.
Married? Are you quite married?
Who comes from New Zealand?
It's wicked. The fellow, this young kid,
Young kid? Well,
they
this one could
stay
go
at
married,
her house,
can't
see? She gets all this 600 a fortnight to feed him and
they? Yeah, well, of
kids
course.
off the street. I mean,
How many she got?
she's got 2 at the moment. She might be getting another one, but she might be getting another house. Yeah.
She on her own?
Yeah.
And you know, it's a bit sad because kids take advantage of her.
Who?
Yeah, but that's...
Of course they, no, but she's been to do it for 7 or 8 years, but
Yeah.
I said, look, it's a very good job to be doing, but she said, I like it. And I said,
She enjoys doing it. Good.
well, she gets all these 5,000. When the kid, this I didn't know, all these people, they knew all about what's going on. All these, but people that come from New Zealand, they get $5,000 in hand, new car, place to live, and
Is that
300 these kids.
the right thing to do?
Oh, I'll tell you what, the public knew about what they're getting, all this money they're getting. I tell you, I was flabbergasted myself.
So these are these New Zealanders.
Well, everybody comes over here. What do you call it? They're
Boat people?
well, I don't know. Yeah, probably both people get $5,000 each. But these kids, oh no, they're pretty rugged. I mean, I haven't seen what you tell me about them. They're, but she can speak their language. When I was working in a Sacred Heart Mission for 12 months, when I was doing my licence, I was in Sacred Heart Mission down St Kilda, all the drunks and junkies.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
John goes there. I think
Who?
part of my son.
I used to go there every Monday for 12 months. I went there, but I can get on their level. Just
Yeah,
can't
he
handle it.
went there to help out. to do some-
Well, I was community work, so to be licensed here. I lost my licence. I had to do 200 hours community.
Wow.
How'd you lose your
That's
licence?
Oh, 105. But anyway, all these young kids coming in, 17-year-old in, they're the head drop kids, you know? These 17-year-old kids, they'd be bored dead now. And and yet some of these rich people used to come in and try and seek free feeds. They soon get in the fleet pretty quickly, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Come all dressed up and expect their free feed.
So what do you think about Oasis Active?
Could be the lifesaver, eh?
So you're Mr. Computers now.
I had to go on that other thing last night, on the eBay. I filled in for some other overseas thing. I checked my email, they said, this woman said something about from Cranbourne. This is a different one to Oasis. But,
What, a dating service?
yeah. I filled it out like you did, but
There's a free one?
yeah. But this is all overseas. Because I got a thing from Chinese lady last night, from over in Chinese somewhere.
So do you mind the Chinese? Haven't you? What's the lady that's coming tomorrow? What's her
Not tonight.
tonight?
She's Thai. You know, Thai princess.
Oh, the Thai princess.
You know, little darling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was pretty.
And do you,
She
do
wouldn't
you
come all the way just for a massage, Jen. I reckon she might be some sort of, what do you call it?
Oh,
Well, a bit more than a massage.
well.
Not that I'll be doing it, but she's got a son.
Quite fair.
Well, you just wouldn't come all the way from Springvale for
so
a
what do you?
massage.
Yeah, honestly, she's come.
She's paying, Jen, 25, I'll give her a discount.
$25 or something if you...
Yeah, but what do you think she's coming for? Happy ending.
Probably, no, sort of, probably to meet me, I suppose, because she's been on for
okay.
3 or 4
Are
weeks
you supposed to
now.
wear a shirt when she...
I was going
really?
to cancel that. I didn't wear a shirt last time.
Now,
I don't
apparently,
give a stuff. Who comes? I'm Tom.
apparently, he offers a discount. It's $35 if he wears a shirt, and $25 if he gets the shirt off. Did you also hear?
Be up higher.
Did
no shirt.
you also hear that guy who wrote the song "The Hokey Pokey"?
Yeah, I used to sing it when I was a kid.
Well, how's it go?
Oh, she used to dance with them.
What's the gist of it?
Oh, getting nasty.
Now, what do you
turn around, that's what it's all about, yeah.
what do? You take your left.
Put your left foot in, put your left foot out, you do the hokey pokey and turn all about.
Now, anyway, did you hear the news that the fellow who wrote the song, the fellow who wrote the song, well, he died recently, but there was a complete bungle with they tried to bury him.
This is a big joke.
They tried to bury him, but they couldn't get him into the coffin.
Right.
Well, they put his body in, and he kept on putting his left foot out, and then his right foot out.
Crude joke sometimes.
That's not crude.
Yes, he's dead. Get a bit of respect for that fella. He might have been a very good hokey pokey man. But he used to dance. Did you ever do a school?
Yeah, all the time.
No, you did not.
At parties.
Did you? Very true.
The hokey pokey, yeah, they did
Put your left foot in,
about 10 years ago.
put your right foot out, and do the hokey. And that's what it's all about. Go
Put
through
your
it
left
now.
foot in, you put your left foot
Go
out.
on, keep going.
So what are the other prospects on this?
It's all a fat chill. She wanted me. She lives in town. Said that I give her a reply three nights ago. So give me number. Anyway, she said I looked on the computer yesterday. She said, "Now you still sure you want me to ring up? Because you got a bit of a fat head. You can't see your body." I said, "Well, actually, yeah. I'll be looking forward to having a chat with her."
Who's this with the?
I don't know.
She's got a fat head.
Yeah, fat head. She has a fat body, but I just get on. If I want to have a chat, sometimes there's only for someone to have a chat with Dan. There's no one around.
Cup of tea, sort of thing.
No, I just have a chat.
Well, you mean online or on the telephone?
No, on my line.
Well, you're going to be in a bit of a quandary if this
Well,
lady tonight
it's better to have two men than none at all.
This lady tonight is stunning and got the personality and
Who?
all that goes with it.
Laurie?
We're
What's
going to
her
have
name?
to choose between the Thai woman
That's not about choosing
and,
name, is it? Not, I mean,
Wendy.
it's not about the fish and the beans. I've had pretty scarce the last 18 months, if you don't mind.
What?
Pretty scarce female company the last 18 months.
I know, but you can't leave
What about Melanie? Down at the...
Well, I think I'd probably turn queer about to see something with her.
Why?
No, I think actually soon be quite the street. They want me to come up there and do some work up there. I said, I got a kid now.
What do you want me to do?
The election.
Oh, right, you mean like sign people in and...
I gave them all in stereo. I was up there last Friday, I had them all in stereo. All that, sitting around this table, all posting all the envelopes out, I had them all in stereo.
How?
Well, I was just yelling out and telling jokes and talking about sex and all that, and that was in stereo. But they
Sounds
wasn't,
funny.
well, I thought it was funny. I think I was topless too.
Again?
Yeah, I don't like them clothes going on top. No law against it, is it?
I think what?
When we clothes, less clothes you...
Yeah,
Well, it should be correct. She's bringing her son tonight, or the son's bringing her over.
Who's this?
Well, that'd be nice.
Laurie, L-O-R-I-E. Ty.
And with your room where you do your
I just got some new things tonight. I got some nice new white things.
Do you actually...
What thing?
Little slips with a...
Oh, okay.
And a white little... You know what you put your head on? Got a new one for you.
Oh, good.
Do you
Oh, it's all
actually
spruced up tonight.
Spruced it up.
Yeah.
change over us straight away, like if someone lies on...
No.
You use the same one for someone else?
Yeah.
Wow, you're supposed to change everything.
No, you don't. My machine doesn't change for bloody
Yes, you
all
have.
day.
It's all hygienic.
But I don't... I've got the new white sheets on tonight. For the school, lady.
Don't talk. Just finish cleaning up your room. Dusty that dust fly with that broom. Get all that garbage out of sight. Oh, you don't go out Friday night. Hackety yak. Don't talk.
On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness till boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces and knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind my saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. Said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. And when he'd finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, crushed out his cigarette, faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. But in his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. You got to know when to hold 'em, when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when